Hello everybody, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. I apologize in advance if this video is a bit shaky. It might not be one that you can sit through as easily depending on that. I don't have a tripod. I'm doing the best I can. And I'm trying to film this for the third time in hopes that it will be better and less shaky. I have an idea, so we'll see how that goes. I am here today to show you something that I've been dying to show you. A while ago, I did a witchy book update video, which you can find linked up above in the cards, wherever it goes. And in that video, you may recall seeing this clip. This is my grimoire for now. I'm not going to tell you why I say for now, but this is my grimoire for now. This clip I talked about, I showed my binder and I said, this is my grimoire for now, and that I wouldn't tell you why. Well, for now has come. Let's just flip you around and show you. Okay, there she is, my new. For size reference, this is my cell phone. Well, my cell phone case. She is gigantic. And she is also gigantic this way. She is a big, thick book. I got this book from the Witch's Moon Market, which I will link down in the description box for you. Turns out I got it. It came from Bali. Here's my hand. And I will insert here a picture of me holding this book when I got it, so that way you can see just how gigantic it is compared to me. I was looking at the shop and I saw this book and it looked beautiful, and then said the word gigantic and I couldn't resist. There's a lot of red to it. It looks very dark in this lighting. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, that helped the lighting a little, but it's still not looking very red. But it is red and gorgeous. So, this book, and it's sitting on my bed to do this. And this is why it's so hard for me to get a clean video of this. This book you will not see all the time. What I'm using it as is it is my functional grimoire. It is also a family book. So the pages that go in here are pages of information that I am 100% certain are a life-altering thing for me in my life path, in my practice. Even if I know it might be something that'll change, because you never 100% know, I am still confident enough that it is a teaching I want to have and I want to be able to look back on. It is something that I want in my life. So, where in a lot of grimoires you'll see certain basic pages that are widespread across, I'm not putting those in there unless it makes sense for me and for my path. I want to be able to use this. And what I've learned in all my years of bullet journaling is the way for me to be able to use things is to build them for the way my brain makes sense. And I put stuff in if I really feel it now. So there won't be pages of a goddess unless I've worked with her and I've studied her. So my initial research, all of that stuff, my journaling about tarot readings, that doesn't go in here. That goes in my Book of Shadows, which I have tons of videos about. I will link that playlist up above in the cards for you. This is my reference material, and also the things that, and I'm also keeping in mind that I would like to pass this on one day, ideally to my son, but if he doesn't want it, then we will find another suitable family member. It's also something that my husband can add or have me add because he doesn't like to. I can put pages about my husband's beliefs and practices in it, and maybe one day, if it still has pages left, my son can add his own pages. My husband and I worked out a compromise. You will not see any of his pages we worked out a compromise where he feels comfortable enough that they will remain private and secure and that you won't see them, so that way I'm able to share what I want to share with you. So I don't know how often I will update you. It's not going to necessarily be a regular thing because I make pages when I feel like it. So let's dive in. The first thing you see is there's some loose paper because the dye does leak a bit, so they put these extra pages. I'm using my extra page as a pen test, or I did use it. And then the first real page is here on the right. We will talk about this bleed through in a minute, but my first page is an index. I wrote the date I started it up in the top right hand corner. I wrote the word index, and when I create a new page, I number the page in the bottom right hand corner and I add it to my index. In order to film this so it's a bit less shaky for you, I'm cutting all of the page turning, so I apologize if you really like page turning, if that's aesthetically pleasing for you. I just can't. This is my first full page spread that you see. On the left hand side we have the moon phases. The moon phases is a commonly included one. It's included in mine because it is a hugely influential, just major part of my life and my practice, so I've included it. Okay, I sat down, so hopefully this won't kill my back. And this page was a learning page. I learned not to use pencil because it doesn't erase properly, and not to use marker because no matter what, the marker ends up looking like it's dying. What we have on this is the moon phases in the middle, and on the left hand side I wrote the common beliefs and practices, what the phases are for, like the last quarter and the waning is for getting rid of shit. The full moon is for increasing. Those common things. There is space for me to add more as I go along, as I learn more. The right-hand side is my space. It is left blank. So when I have established that there is something I do regularly as a ritual for one of the phases, or I decide I know the full moon is for increasing your magic, but I really like the full moon for this, I would write what that is on the right-hand side. And if I do a page about it later, I would reference that page number. So that's what that is. My next page you'll see is my common glyphs. I started with the zodiac glyphs because I am learning astrology. I put in the planets and the elements. And I put these, they are my common glyphs. I reference them a lot. I literally referenced back to this page when creating the next pages. Hey, that wasn't too bad a flip. My next spread is when we get into my astrology pages. Now, I'm also not doing this in order. That's why I'm doing the index. I'm putting it in when I feel like it, where I feel like it, and I index it because my brain likes that. All of these pages are built the same. So at the top we have what zodiac sign it is, the dates, the planet, the house, and the symbol of it. We have its element, its quality, if it is cardinal or fixed, if it is masculine or feminine, and then the keywords. And then I write my notes of what it is, the associations, the words, and the polarity. And then each one I added a little decorative element. So since this paper isn't the easiest to work with directly on it, doing pen and pencil crayon as I did here is good. But this kind of drawing, I drew on a separate piece of paper, cut it out, and glued it in. And I kept the pencil crayon because I'm really liking the pencil crayon aesthetic. So this is my Aries page. Lots of room for me to add things as I learn. This is just the basic energy, but there's a lot more to learn and to add about like how specific planets in this position might manifest. So lots of empty space for that. And then the next side is my Taurus page. It's all set up the same, so I won't have to explain it. And the drawing I did for Taurus is a bull, and I felt like this bull just needed to have the earth symbol. My next one, Gemini. For Gemini, I decided to do butterflies because I don't draw people. So I wanted to do butterflies, and funnily enough, I was recently gifted the Numinous Tarot, or I was recently gifted the Numinous Astro deck, in which Gemini, the Gemini card is called Butterfly, so that's pretty cool. The butterfly. Cancer. My cute little crab. Leo. Virgo. Again, I don't draw people, so I tried to pick something that symbolized the same type of things as the Virgin Purity and the dove. That's what I got. It's not my favorite, but it's mine and it's here. So I love this page flip. We've got Libra. For Libra, I drew the scales and I put the sun and moon on them because they are the ultimate depiction of balance to me. This page, Scorpio, has one of my absolute favorites of the drawings. Look at that fucking scorpion. I love her. I drew it and I'm so proud of it. I love this scorpion so much. I might actually be able to include the page turns, so I hope it's happy for you. Sagittarius, and here you'll see I've made a mistake, and it's another thing I need to do. I know it's really hard and nerve-wracking for a lot of people when you have a book like this to write in it. And I was nervous at first because this book is just so huge. It's kind of daunting, but I started to feel that pull towards perfection in this, and it just started to ruin the experience, and I refuse to let that happen. So you will see my mistakes. I just did a little bow and arrow. Again, not drawing centaurs, just not happening. Capricorn. I am also very proud of my goat mermaid. Super proud of him. Look at him. Isn't he great? Doesn't he look like he's seriously thinking? I love him. Aquarius is next. With the symbol of a water pourer, a water bearer. I love this. It looks so gorgeous. I'm just, so pleased. Pisces. We've come to my favorite and my least favorite page, and I will explain that in a minute. So this page, you might have seen, I have a video, one of my Making Magic videos about my daily witch's pouch. I will link that video up above in the cards for you if you haven't checked it out. Since it is a practice that I loved and that meant a lot to me, I'm not doing it right now. It's too hot to wear that extra, but it's there, and I know when I want it and need it, it'll be there waiting for me. But since that is a practice that was hugely influential, the daily witch pouch for intentional energy, very important for me. So I just wrote out all the steps and added decoration. Really love how this looks. This is sort of a basic version of what it looks like. And then I drew 4 of the stones I use the most often for it and the red pouch. Check out that video if you're curious, and you'll hear all about it. And this page is my least favorite, and this was my huge learning opportunity. I had a lot of fun filling in the other pages. I loved it. I spent a couple days working on it, and then I wanted to do more. I wanted to do more, and I didn't have any fully formed ideas. And so I rushed out an idea. I smudged an idea, I threw one together that I hadn't fully thought out, and then afterwards I was like, what was the point? Like this doesn't add anything to me. So this is my planning magic page. What I did was I did a depiction of my spiritual journaling and planning pages that I do, which are huge. They are the main portion of my practice, and I wrote about them. This page is really cool for other people. So one day when my son has this book, this is a really cool idea and a really cool page. In the meantime, this is a pointless page for me. I don't need this. My planning is so integral into my being that I don't need to reference it. This page here, my daily witch pouch, right now I'm taking a break from doing that, and I might want to remember the steps and reference to where I was. This is practical. These are references. I literally reference all of these pages. When I'm doing astrology work, I look at these pages and I reference them. All of them are pages made specifically for me to use this book. I don't look at this page unless I'm flipping through and I'm looking at one of the other pages. So this is a big lesson, and this is why I am being very picky about what I put in this, because I want this book, even though it's large and impractical in that way, I want this book to be functional for me. I want to look through this book to get ideas, to reference something, to remind myself of things. I don't need reminding of this. I wish it wasn't in here, but it is, and that's just the way it is. And then we have one more page that I have started. And this is the page about my astrological houses. It's as done as it's getting right now. So I just have the title, a little blurb that I got. It's a quote from it's paraphrasing from Jessica the Story Witch's video. I will link her up above. And then I made a wheel. So in all of the houses, we have the name of the houses. We have the symbol of the sign that's partnered with the houses and the planet. And then little words about the houses, what the houses are about. I believe I'm considering what I'm doing is just drawing little symbols that to me represent the houses on the outside, just to give it some more aesthetics. I don't know for sure, and that's why I haven't done it. So far this page is as done as it's getting, and as you can see, that's it. That is all we have for now, and so I'm going to close her up. Well, there you have it, folks. That's all I've got for you. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was less shaky. I really don't want to film it again, and I'm going to let you go super quickly because my hand is actually starting to shake from filming this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and do you have a book? I want to hear about it. I want to communicate with you. The community and being a part of the community is huge to me. So let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, please think about giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you again soon. I wish you love and light always. Bye!